All right, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to create a lid using cardboard, using techniques that I am adapting from how you would approach this making a lid in ceramics. So if you are making a lid for a teapot or a jar or whatnot, the temptation is always just to cut out a flat piece of cardboard or whatever material it is that you're working on and sit it right on top of the vessel that's supposed to have the lid. Now what happens with that is if it shifts around it any bit, it's not locked in, so it's just going to slide around or fall off while in use. So in order to prevent that, we want to create what's called a gallery for the lid with a little locking piece that will fit inside the opening for whatever vessel that you are working on. We're going to pretend for the moment that this piece of masking tape is my vessel. So we've got the outside, which I've cut to the edges of my vessel here. And we've got our hole on the inside. So what we want to do is make sure we have something that sits on the underside of the lid, so when we turn it over and pop it right in there, it will fit and not slide around too much. So the challenge with that is you want to make sure that you don't have a piece that is too wide for this and will not fit inside the opening. You also don't want it so skinny and narrow that the lid still slides around even when you've got a little piece in there to lock it in. So what I have done is I've taken a strip of cardboard, same thickness of cardboard that I'm using for the lid here, and I am breaking that down a little bit just to work out the kinks so it doesn't crimp too much, because I am going to bend this into as much of a circle as I can here. Okay, so we know we've got enough to fit around, and I'll have a little excess. So I'm just softening this up and getting it so it's easier to bend. Okay, so next we want to get this measurement here. And when you're doing in ceramics, we've got a set of calipers that measure this really nicely, but you probably don't have those calipers. So what we're going to do is take two measurements here. We're going to measure the diameter of our end to end of the outside of our lid, and then we're going to measure end to end the inside of our opening of our vessel here. I'm going to take my ruler Okay, and we've got something that's almost exactly 4 inches across there, and then I'm going to mark the center. Okay, so come down here, make a little mark. You can do it with a pen. Look at this. Okay, and I'm going to come over and do it the other direction, so I make sure I've got a hole close to the center there. Okay, there we go. We know that's about the middle of our underside of our lid. Okay, and then we're going to take this, try to get in the center there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's about 16 to 16 there. Okay, okay. So I know I'm going to come back to my center. I'm going to mark just inside. There we go. Okay. Okay. So So I've got this fancy ruler that measures from the center, from 0 outwards. So if you don't have that, you'll have to be a little more careful about where you stop. But we've got 3 inches here, 3 inches there. Okay. Okay, that's good. Alrighty. So now I'm going to take my piece of cardboard. What you want to make sure that you take into account is that your cardboard is not paper thin. It's got a thickness there. It can be up to about 1/16 of an eighth of an inch. So you want to make sure that when you put that down, that it's going to fit inside this measurement here. So maybe you want to scooch in just a little bit on the inside of where you put your mark.